What is up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome episode of Railroads Online. My name is Evil One. Before we get started today, I'd like to say welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this content, and please hit that thumbs up. If you do feel compelled to hit that thumbs down button, though, please remember to drop a comment. Let me know what I can do to improve. I'm here in Ironburg, and I just got out of a meeting we had here in the church. A meeting I had with the association, the Lake Valley Association of Industries Incorporated, and they informed me that a few months ago, some good old boys were in the south region, the desert region, and they were hungry. They were out doing a little bit of rabbit hunting, and they shot at a rabbit, missed, and up from the ground come this this black stuff, this oil, Texas tea, or black gold, I think they call it. So the industry started immediately drilling for this oil that is coming out of the ground, just over that way. They are ready for us to start building track there and delivering it to a refinery where it can be turned into other things that are more useful. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be connecting the oil field to the main line. So let's head that direction and we'll figure out our game plan here. All right, so it looks like there's one of their big oil derricks right here. They actually got quite a few of them going on. Pretty impressive, really. So they said that they had a loading dock for us, and they do need some supplies here as well. It looks like here's the big storage tanks. Perfect. Looks like we can just pull up right here and load the oil into some tanker cars and then take it to the refinery. So let's see, they need tools, beams, and steel pipes. Interesting. So where are we exactly? We are way down here. Here's the cattle farm. Here's the sawmill. I believe our track well, let's pull up our tool here. Now you can see this is the cattle farm. This is the sawmill. Our track kind of comes like that. I'm thinking, we could probably follow this valley and angle up this way, type of a thing, or maybe come off over here, start climbing to get up this way, make it like a big Y, perhaps. If we came off this way, angled up, plenty of room to turn around, go this way, and we could have a Y right here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, is following this valley or coming off over here someplace. We're pretty high up here. Let's get this out of the way. We're pretty high up here. Let's bounce over here really quick, grab something more to fly with. So as you can see there, the track along that valley floor, and we're actually up here in some elevation above it. So honestly, I'm not exactly sure how to go about doing this. This is kind of a really bad spot for that oil field, but you can't get to really choose where the oil comes out of the ground. So luckily for those good old boys, those hillbillies, if you were, they found a good spot to shoot rabbits. It looks like it's steeper over here. I'm thinking that we're going to stick to this valley floor. Let's come back to the oil field here and start building our track. So I'm thinking that our track will come off of here and kind of follow this down this way and hug this valley floor, kind of following this way down here. And then head off that way to hook into our track. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll have to get our angle just right here. And I'll put the edge of the fill right up against those beams on the dock. Click it, go into circle mode, Make sure we're not getting too close. I don't think we are. We'll go ahead and terminate it right there for now. Perfect. We're going to start angling this down. We're going to go, let's go 10 degrees here. I'm used to looking up in their upper right hand corner for those measurements. Do 70 meter. Ooh, we might have to go tighter than that. Go 60. And we're gonna have to come up. We'll have to come up that much. And since we're going up, we can come out a little bit as well, I guess. Make it not so steep of a turn. There we go. Do I want to do a lot of fill right there? I don't think I do. And I'm going to delete this. I want to try and hug this side. I'd rather not build bridge work here in the desert like that. So we will start over. Put a switch in like that. Wow. That is really steep. I was saying that this branch here would go to the onload side, the filling station. So maybe it'd be best to go that way, this track. Kind of what I was thinking. Let's do that. It's got to look good. It's got to function better. So that's the name of the game when it comes to building track here at the Accidental Death and Dismemberment Railroad. I noticed that the new UI here for building, it doesn't keep the same setting. It keeps the same angle, like the 4 and 6, that angle, but it doesn't keep your gradient. I said we're going to steepen it up. Let's go 70. Now, we're getting kind of far away. The hillside, that's fine. See how that looks. Bring it back. That's 90. It's not horrible. There is tall groundwork in the world. I understand that, but I try to eliminate tall groundwork as much as I can. This might have to get blown away and put in with some bridge work. Ooh. You know what? I'm not digging this. I am not digging that at all. To me, it looks really janky. I'm thinking we need to come just a bigger curve, I guess, and just hold it for longer. Just had another thought. What if we went this way? Because we need to go that way eventually anyway. Why are we trying to hook it over there to tie into that line? Hang on a second. Let me place that. Grab up the map. We're trying to come down this way to tie into this line here. And theoretically, we could cross and follow this down as well. That's super steep. That's like that sheer rock wall over there. That looked kind of weird. But what if we came down this way? Because that right there is the new refinery that the association just built. They wanted it close to the oil field, but still easily accessible to Ironburg. So they put it in this little valley right here. What if we came this way? Instead of trying to hook this around, and then maybe in the future something we come down this way. We do need to get product, I guess, from here, but we can come this way. Let me get this out of the way. So let's just do that. Let's just go that way. We'll get it tied in. We'll figure out how to tie it in over there later. We'll keep this Y here, and we'll angle it. Delete that. There we go. No. Because we're kind of going straight. Let's run over here really quick. Like, how fast does it go down? Kind of got a little bit of a hump right here. Scouting mission. Goes down pretty quick, pretty steep. Yeah, we'll hug this side. That's fine. I need to put a telegraph office there. Do I have one? I do. Thought I placed telegraph offices around. Perfect. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. We'll just kind of head straight. That is a massive bridge. Wow. I wish there was a better way. I ended it right here because we need to go that way. Oh. The archway. Hang on a second. We might need to mix things up. I need to do some scouting here. This is kind of a natural pass through here. Going through this archway. It's kind of elevated. We're up in elevation here compared to where we need to be on that floor. But that floor, there's no easy way to get around. We come over here. Let's fly. Let's grab this water. Well, here it's small. Yeah, I was planning on turning and just kind of going that way, but it climbs up again. Climbs here as well, next to the spire rock. Kind of cool. And it's really rough over here. And there is our refinery there in the distance. So if we came this way, even here, pretty high up. Let's climb up these little nubbins right here in front of us. You can see the oil field way off in the distance there. So we would have to be at least this high, which is pretty high. I mean, it's almost the same height as the archway over there. but this is all much higher than our refinery as well. Let's head back over this little archway. It came down right here. We'd have to like do some bridge work, hug this side, maybe angle around and come in or something, because we're still pretty high here as well. A lot of elevation changes here in the desert. So, all right, that's step 96, and we're on step 4. So we need to, I would like to come through this archway. I think that would be pretty cool. A little bit unique, a little different. So I'm going to leave what we have there, and I'm going to find our highest point here and start there and work our way to the oil field. I think our highest point that we have to cross be this little saddle right here, or maybe over here. I mean, yeah, that point right there is pretty tall as well, but we don't have to go that way. We can go this way. Really wish we had survey tools in this game. I think that'd be great. There's a refinery. We're going to go right through here. I think that might work, getting through this archway. It's a little janky. We have like this little bit of track right here I'm standing on. It's not like really straight. It's slightly curved. This, I forget these measurements. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. So, then we got that bridge over there. The piece I just put underneath the archway is raised up going this direction 1%. 70-meter curve. Trying to get around this hump right here that I'm standing on. And then make this bend. And I wanted to do it without climbing or falling or anything. So I'm not in love with it. But I had them land it here, up on this shelf here. So I can start transitioning this way. And I can see here it's actually a little bit higher as well. So, again, I'm not in love with it, and that's what this game is. It's a lot when it comes to building track. It's a lot of do and redo. So, Trial and error, right? And I think we need to redo it. Probably back to about here or so. And we might need to bump it up just a little bit to get over this little nubbin right here. I would like to come through it straight, be perfectly honest with you, but this right here in front of us, that's super tall. So we'd have to be pretty high in elevation to make that work, to come through it perfectly straight. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to blow this away and start over again. I think that might work. A lot of fill right here, but that's all right. Hugging the kind of the side of the archway. We are a little bit higher than I wanted to be, but I think it'll work. I think we can make this work. Now we'll start bringing it back to the right and dropping it down in elevation. Now we're gonna have to bridge this as well, honestly. Maybe aim for that little hill over there. You know what? Before I do this, I'm going to use a bridge as a guide. I'll explain what I'm talking about here in just a second. Let me delete that. So I don't know our elevation. We may not need to go up and down at all. So we're at 0 here on the stone wall. Let me grab a bridge. We'll connect it. We're at 0%. I'm just going to run it out here, kind of following what I thought our path would be. I'm going to build it at 0% all the way back, and we'll see where our track kind of intersects. Kind of get a little bit more of a bigger picture of the elevation changes that we need. I can't see the oil field from here. I don't know if I'm above it or below it here. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be above it. We do need to come down a little bit, but not as much as that. We don't need to come down to this valley floor at all. What I think we need to do is come off of this hill, figure out our height. I want to get over to this hill right in front of us. Let's move over here really quick. Right here, and then we can shoot a bridge across from like right here to right there, which I think that's actually a little bit downhill from us, so it might be like right in this area, and we'll land it over there. We need to get from the archway to right here as elegantly as possible. And it's going to be kind of hard to do with this big old rock face in the way. Not impossible. Okay, really. How are we doing on height? Take a look. We're actually, I think we're dead on with our height, which is actually about 0. I haven't climbed or anything. And we might have to make some adjustments with that. So if I can get back onto the track so I can actually take a look at it here. Go this way. There we go. I want to make sure that we're far enough away from this cliff face that we're not going to hit it. I was pretty close to it there. If you saw in that sped up version, I was trying to cheat that away just a little bit from hitting that. I think it would have been fine where it was, but I don't want to run the risk of it. Definitely don't want to have to rebuild any of this. So there, I think we just straighten out. We just aim for that plateau way off in the distance. And it's getting dark. The sun is definitely going down. So I'm actually going to make it daytime. This is a little cheaty, but I really don't like working at night building track. There we go. All right, now we are back daylight, clear skies. So yeah, we're going to head for that plateau right over there, and it looks like we are a little bit above it, but we're going to pretty much nail this little hill right in front of us. Let's continue with our bridge work at 0%. Pretty much straight at it here. Yeah, look at that. We'll bring it right up to the edge here. Right there. Put a little bit of rock wall. Make it look good. Run the rock wall off the edge a little bit. Perfect. We want to always check our other side, our low side here. Make sure that the rock wall is not floating. Now we will make our bridge across the valley here. And I think that we're going to need to make this out of metal. I think that'll look better, and we might be so high off the ground that the wood bridge may not work. I'm going to leave that wood bridge there for now. Just going to shoot this across the valley here and see where it pops us out. All right, so you can see we are a little bit above, but again, that's at 0. I'm going to drop it down 0.5%. Okay, let's do a full percent. Well, let's do 0.5%. There we go. We'll plop it down right there. Love it. Let's get rid of this wooden track now. There we go. Love it. I like to do these stone walls just to make it look better. And we'll start with our fill here. And get up there. I like building from the top down. All right. Actually at 0% here. We're gonna bottom out. Look at that. Boom. So you know what? We might be able to redo that bridge at 0%. We're going to. A lot of back and forth, a lot of work. Alright, we're kinda at the top, the peak right here. Bring it in right about there. We'll add our stone wall. Now we're going to take I was just checking the sides of our fill to see where it's gonna, if it's gonna be floating or not. Gonna angle it in a little bit. We're still at 0. That's how much this is coming up on us here. We might actually have to climb. Wow. My track back, thank you. Not sure exactly. I was aiming for these storage tanks. I don't think I want to be... Yeah, it's in a hole. A little bit. Not a big fan of being up here. Kind of want to be over here. I mean, that's pretty steep coming down. We'll make it work. Gonna get rid of all this. I want to aim like right there, right where my crosshair is at. We're kind of angling that way. We got that big hump right in the way. So I'm going to do no gradient again. This time I'm going to start cranking it over pretty early. Let's do a 100-meter curve. Now that ground just comes up so fast. We'll come over here like so and kind of follow that other track that we had. Maybe. Oh, why can't they fix that? Alright, so what I'm thinking about doing here is having this come in directly off the loading side. Well, that shootout looks to be about right there. If I hold my head to slightly to the left and close one eye. I'm looking at the gap between the fill and the concrete. This little gap right here is a little bit narrower than it is down here, but not by a lot. And it looks like our spouts will line up. So I'm thinking that we're good for our track distance. So now we just need to connect these up. Now I need to put a switch in here. What I was thinking originally was we'll just have it come in on this side, then loop around and go back. But go back where? Right? We need to have it switch back to itself. So we could have it switched over here as well, have a loop, and then have a Y after the loop, reversing loop, to go down there by the cattle farm. That's fine. That's going to be later. I still need to put in a switch here. And I need to put it back a little ways here. We have space to build our track. I'm going to delete this little bit. Boop. Unfortunately, maybe we just need to hook this steeper. That's 90 meter. I don't really want to go much steeper than that. There's no real good way getting it. Got this big hill right here. Doesn't look like a big hill. Trust me, that's a big hill, and it's starting to kick my butt. And we could put in a switch right here, but it'll be floating. I could put fill in underneath it, but that looks so bad. And I really wish that these stupid switches would have the proper amount of fill. Like, why can't that go down further? We have the type 3 fill that will go to the center of the earth, but we can't have a switch with type 3 fill. It's like type 1 only or something. And it's ridiculous. I'm ranting. Sorry. We'll just deal with it. We'll put the fill in or move it over here. Move it over here, that's going to make this line that goes to the offload side higher. I'm fine with. Alright, well, let's just do that. God, I'm moving slow again. This has got to be steeper. A steeper curve. That's the price we have to pay to make it look good and function well. You can't just, make something happen. You have to go back and redo a bunch of other things to make it happen. I think that was 90, so let's go 80. Or was it 80? Or was it 70? Go 60. We'll come like right to here. Put in our switch. Hopefully it's not... Okay, good. Hanging out there in space. So this side here will go to our offload side. Alright, let's just take a look at it here. See how that turned out. Not bad. Again, we got that jank right here. Oh, I hate that jank. Oh, that looks so bad. That looks horrible. No, 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 no. We can't do that. See how bad this looks. Not as bad. Still got a little bit of a wobble to it, but it's not nearly as bad as it just was. I think we can probably live with that. I don't know the radius of this curve, but it looks like it's more than 40, so I think we'll be okay. Now let's tie in our offload side really quick. Alright, I like it. That looks pretty good. That was all circle mode coming off of here. So I saw that it was just barely gonna miss the ground here. I mean, it looks like we got planks or the railroad ties right on the ground here. So that's fine. All right, we'll come back and finish the loop later. Let's go to the other side of the arch. And golly, that track right here. Up and down. So anyway, let's go over to the other side of the arch and figure out how to get this track down to the refinery. All right, here we are. Take a look again, see exactly where the refinery is. It's right there. It's really close. So we obviously need to come down right here. And I'm thinking that we want to go that way. We might come off this with a little bit of bridge work. Unless we can hug this pretty tight, but I don't think we can. Just looking at... This is like taller than our track. This little hill right here. Might have to come out here a little bit with some bridge work, kind of curve it around and go that way. And just kind of feel our way down to that level. I think that's all pretty flat, so once we get down to that level, we should be good to go. Alright, so let's just make it happen. Ugh, get up there. Can't seem to get up on my little bit of bridge here. Ugh. Oh well. Let us put a stone wall here as an anchor. Now we're still continuing down at 1%. There we go. Put our anchor on. Get up there. There we go. All right, so there's the refinery right there. We're kind of heading off this direction. Not really sure. I think that house right there, that's the onload side. That's where we load up the barrels, and that side with the big container there, that's the crude oil side of things. So we want to kind of continue this way a little bit, and we want to continue at -1%, get down to that level. I'm thinking that we do want to put in some sort of rail yard in this area as well, because these are offset, and we'll take a look at the offload side here in just a second. For those of you who have not seen the oil field or the oil refinery, it has like a... Actually, we're going to leave that right here. Let's go over there and take a look right now. It has offset tracks. It has offset platforms, so we have to have like switches and tracks, and we have to back in cars. We're gonna have a switching engine probably here full time to do this. And this is the where we load up these oil barrels, take back to the freight depot. So I kind of want to just bring our track we have here right through here for now, and then we'll build in some sort of rail yard or something in here. So I think our track is that way somewhere. Let's get this built first. Oh, do I have a curve on it? I do. Gosh dang it. There we go. That's much better. We'll just run this straight for a ways. We also do need to have a Y. We'll put that in as well to go to the offload side. We will be coming down this with crude right away. Oh, that rises up a little bit right there. Check that out. That's not cool. Of course, I can't see my track now. There it is. %. Go like right there. Turn off circle mode. We will just tie in to our existing track. We'll see how bad that looks. Not horrible. So yeah, right here, right where I'm standing, I think we should put in a switch to go that way. So when we're coming down with a train full of crude, we can easily just veer off that way and just unload the crude and not have to worry about the other products, since the crude is on the farthest outside. That makes sense. It probably doesn't. That's pretty close. 8.3. Of course, we don't want to be having a curve to it. Oh. Running out a little ways. About there. And we'll just tie that in. Turn off circle mode. Tie it in. Once again, I have no idea what the gradient is or any of the information about that track now, because I took it off of circle mode, otherwise known as precise mode. So, here's what it is. This will be built in. Maybe we'll have a yard over there or something. We need to have a yard here. And that way we can have our lanes. And we'll have a switching engine here. We'll bring in a train and either load it on the loading side or unload or disassemble the train to back it into these lanes here to offload the product. A lot of work bringing product here. For now, though, let's continue building this side. I'm going to take it over to our track, which is existing right over there. Let me grab the map and I'll show you what exactly I'm talking about. So here we are at the refinery. Zoom out a little bit. You can see our existing track is right here. So I'm thinking that we'll come this way and try and Y it off, because we do need coal. I don't think we need coal. It's crude oil, pipes, and lumber. But honestly, we don't need to come from this way, but we do need to come from this way. So we'll just kind of Y it in right here. Maybe at this little siding. We'll kind of angle it. We'll have to turn it a little bit to hit this spot over here. See how it works. Perfect. Alright, now got a bunch of logging to do. Alright, I got Trial sitting here on the turntable. Just pulled it out of his house over there. It's been a while since I've run Trial. I figure that's a great engine to test our new track. So let's go ahead and hop on Trial and go test it. Brakes off, reversers forward. Now I haven't checked. Oh, we're lugging. I think that tender brake might be on. Yeah, it's 40%. There we go. I haven't used the tool to make the switches switch in our favor. It's not working. I think it's because of the update or something. So we're going to have to stop for switches. That's fine. Give it a little bit more steam to get out of here. Coming up on our new switch here. It looks like it is going the right direction. And we will be on untested track from this point forward. I did not log that branch right there. Now this is, I'm calling this Horseshoe Bend, Horseshoe Gulch, something like that. It kind of looks like a horseshoe. This is all 1% now, and that radius is an 80-meter radius. I wanted to build closer into this hillside right here, but with that big hill coming down and the way this radius would work, there's just no way to make it work right and look good. I am a little nervous about the locomotive getting close to this rock face. Be looking at that here real close. Oh, we got lots of room. Perfect. I'll start to level off here. And it's mostly level all the way to the oil field. I'm always nervous about these double railed tracks. Sometimes they do little weird things with the rail. Hopefully we can get through it all right. Can. Perfect. Go through the arch there. Once again, this is all level track. We are not climbing or descending at all. Not until we get over here by the oil field, we do a little bit. Go across this awesome bridge. Need to get rid of some of the cactus and stuff down there. Not so much worried about the rocks. Some of the plant life maybe need to be removed. Go ahead and shut off the regulator. We'll coast into a stop here. Looks like we're going to be taking the left branch. And we will go full brake. Oh, I don't want to go too much. I kind of wanted to see just how close we are center line for these as well. Pretty close. Pretty good. I like it. I think that'll work just fine for us. Go ahead and full brake right there, because that is the end of the line. There we have it. We are at the oil field with trial. Now we just need to get the proper rolling stock and build a little bit more track. I think we'll be good to go. At the end of the day here, I think that's a great place to leave it for now. I hope you had a wonderful time. I sure did. I love building track. It is really fun, though it can be a little frustrating from time to time. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.